Hi petals, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. I'm Aura and I hope that you are doing well today. So today we have another pick a card reading, and in this reading we'll be diving deep to discover what does your highest timeline look like, and I'll also be channeling through some guidance on how you can align with this higher timeline. This is actually a follow-up reading from a pick a card that I did a couple of months ago for what timeline are you shifting to, and if you'd like to check that reading out, I shall leave the link to that pick a card reading in the description box for you to check out. So along our journey and path, there are infinite timelines we can be on and shift to. So in this reading, we'll be tapping in to see what is your highest timeline for this path that you are currently on. Our highest timeline basically means our most ideal and favorable outcome and situation that is possible. It can also mean that things can manifest more easily, and there will be an overall feeling of being more happy or at peace even in the face of challenges. So today we do have 3 different groups to choose from, represented by a different card, and we also have different crystals for each group for those of you who like to connect with the crystal energy. So whilst setting up and placing the cards next to each other today, because I always shuffle and ask spirit for what card wants to come through for each individual group, and as I was laying them out next to each other to create this setup, I realized the synchronicities in the numbers. So we have number 41, we have 4, and then we have 14. So we've got mirroring numbers there and repeating numbers. So yeah, a massive huge synchronicity here. You may be seeing 444 around this time, or you may be seeing that number after you have watched this reading. You also might be seeing mirrored numbers as well, because we do have 41 and 14, which is basically a mirrored number. There's just a huge beautiful energy here in this reading all around us at this time, and this is also letting me know that you are here and watching this reading for a reason and a divine purpose. So there will be some messages here for you. The angel number 444 can also talk about being highly supported and guided by your spirit team at this time especially. So there are many spirit guides around you and angels and beings of light that are wanting to assist you right now. So I can really feel this energy building. So I really can feel that these readings today are going to be very powerful and very profound. But let's get stuck into exploring these different groups and options we have today. So for group number 1, we have this card of a higher view and this absolutely beautiful amethyst. For group number 2, we have this card here for great and full, and this stunning clear quartz. And for group number 3, we have this card of beautiful uncaging and this very powerful smoky quartz. This crystal also has rutile on it as well. Okay, so please pick a group that you feel intuitively drawn to. If you do feel called towards more than one, that's completely fine. That just means that there may be an additional message in that other group for you. Just a reminder that this reading, along with the other readings on our channel, are timeless. So whenever you come across this reading is the perfect and right time for you. If you do feel called to book a personal and private reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. Please be mindful of any scammers. I would never ever approach you for a reading. And don't forget to check out some of the other readings on the channel as well. They are completely free and timeless, and there are loads more messages waiting there for you to explore and discover. So without further ado, let's get stuck right into these readings today. I just know they are going to be so powerful with the synchronicities that have already come through. The timestamps will be in the description box and in the pinned comment, and I shall see you at your selected group. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. If you selected this card here or this beautiful amethyst cluster, this is your reading today for what does your highest timeline look like. So we will be diving deep to discover what does your highest timeline look like on this current path that you are on, and we will also bring through some guidance towards the end of your reading with the tarot on how you can shift and align with this highest timeline. So we're just going to get straight into your reading today, group 1, and we're going to start with this overall energy here of this card that says a higher view. So this card right away, I'm hearing, as soon as I look at this card and tune into the energies, I'm hearing soar and soaring. So I feel like as you're stepping into this highest timeline, there's almost like an opening coming up here that you're just going to start to soar with something in your life. I feel like something is really going to take off. There's an energy here of finding your power in some way, and not only finding your power, but stepping into that power in a way that is really going to push you forward. I feel like there's something that you've been working on, something you've been pushing towards in your life, and you may have even started this already, but I just see the energy is gaining momentum as a message that is coming through now. And I just feel like maybe whatever this was has been a bit stuck or a bit stagnant or just going a bit slow. I do see, like, on your highest timeline, something really taking flight here, you finding your wings in some way. I'm also getting this energy of, you having a helping hand in some way as well, because we can see this person is on the back of that owl there. You may have short hair, like bobbed hair, or you might have red hair, auburn hair. You don't have to. That's just a message and a synchronicity that's coming through here, or a symbol for someone out there, confirmation as it were. But yeah, there's an energy of you taking off in some way, finding your own power, but also having a helping hand. It's like riding on the back of spirit's wings is a message that is coming through here. It's really interesting how you selected the amethyst there, which is all about intuition, third eye activations, psychic gifts, psychic insights, and the owl is a symbolism that can talk about insights and psychic gifts, and being able to see things clearly. So I feel like there's going to be an activation where you're going to be able to see something, especially as this card says a higher view. You're going to be able to see something from a higher view, whether that's a higher perspective, higher insights, just like a higher outlook on something here. Yeah, I feel like it's going to open up a whole new world for you within the world that you are in currently, if that makes sense. I just see there may be like a lot of fogginess around you at the moment, possibly not being able to see the way forward in something, or not even necessarily that, but like it's like the hows, like not being able to see how to move forward, or where to go, or what moves to make, or I'm hearing the word changes as well. So there might be some changes that you're needing to implement. And it's just like all this information is going to come to you on this higher timeline, and things are going to like open up to you, if that makes sense. Yeah, you're just getting a higher view, a higher perspective, and a lot more power, wisdom behind you as well. And my spirit guides are now leading me to the number 41. So the number 41 might be significant for you, or the number 5. And the number 5 does talk about change. So that's probably why that came through just now. The word change came through. And also the number 5 in the tarot is the Hierophant card as well, which can talk about spiritual guidance. So I do feel like on this higher timeline, you can expect to receive a lot of spiritual guidance, but it's like it's not that you're not experiencing that now, you are, but there might be some blocks there, or limitations that might be stopping you from seeing that guidance fully and completely, or potentially stopping you from being able to understand what the guidance means. So on this higher timeline, it's almost like unlocking that within you. And you may even be stepping into an energy of becoming some sort of guide yourself for other people, like a higher wisdom for other people to come to ask for advice. I do see that kind of like that wisdom and that wise energy coming through in this card and being brought out, and I'm hearing the word evolved within yourself. I feel like that is something that is very much evolving for you right now. And in this higher timeline, you're stepping into that wisdom. Could even be like kind of like a counselor energy coming through here, a teacher energy coming through here. Could be a spiritual teacher. Doesn't have to be, but there's just that energy coming through here, just like this mystical energy of wisdom and teaching. And it's almost like there's an energy of leading the way with something as well, being a pioneer, I'm hearing, in your field, leading the way in your field, being a light for others, a way shower. Yeah, that is definitely a strong energy coming through here, but we're just going to pop your card there to one side, and we're going to get into some other oracle cards that I have already shuffled and pulled off camera to try and save some time today. So your first card you have is Stillness. Absolutely beautiful. You also have Co-create. And you have Direction Guardian. So we'll just work with these three for now. Okay, so I can see here right away with this Stillness card coming through here. Again, there's all these like stars coming down here. There's a very magical energy that surrounds you on this higher timeline. It's almost like I'm hearing the pieces come together is a message that is coming through. It's like things become more still. It's like you're taking flight, you're finding your wings, but you're moving very gracefully, very, smoothly. There's no strong winds here. There's no turbulence is a message that is coming through. You're able to navigate your way in a lot more calm, in a more calm way, less anxiety if there's any anxiety at all. It's just things becoming more still, more smooth. And I see you, really connecting with yourself. There's a very strong spiritual energy around this pile, really being able to be still with yourself, being present with yourself. I feel like there's even more that is going to be coming forward for you about your soul, about your gifts, about even your history, your past lives. Where have you been in previous lives, in previous lifetimes? And it's almost like connecting with the essence of you, the essence of your soul, and being able to utilize that in a more structured and seamless way. You may have already discovered these things about yourself, or some of these things, but it's just, like I said at the beginning, it's almost like you don't know how to use them, you don't know how to utilize it. It's almost like you have all these ideas, all these inspirations, but it's like, what do you do with it all? It's almost like, it's just like this energy. I've got so many ideas, I've got so much creativity and wisdom within me, but how do I get it out there? And it's almost like this energy of being overwhelmed with just how much you have within you. But it's like on your higher timeline, you're going to be able to utilize that in a more constructive way, if that makes sense. It's really interesting here how on this Co-create card we have another owl coming through here. So there's definitely some strong symbolism here when it comes to owls. Again, intuition is something that is coming through here. This card does say Co-create, so it's really important on this higher timeline that you open up to working with others and also working with spirit as well, because this card can be a message about working and co-creating with spirit. I'm just being drawn to that egg there on the bottom of the card. Now, this is something that doesn't normally stand out to me. I do feel like there's something hatching for you on this higher timeline. There's something that is being brought forward, something that is being birthed into your reality. I feel like there's something you've been growing, something you've been nurturing, working on. I'm getting like the Empress vibes coming through here. And with all that bunting there, it's telling me there's going to be some form of celebration as well on this higher timeline, reaching some sort of goal here. And I'm hearing that you're going to find help in unexpected ways, in unexpected areas. And I really feel like others are going to really be able to see you for your true essence, and even yourself. You're going to be able to see yourself for your true essence. Like, you're going to be able to see yourself more clearer than you ever have. And it's really interesting how we've got the number 40 there and we've got the number 41. So there's like the movement forward here. There's movement forward here. And that is something, a form of encouragement that is wanting to come through for you. Because I feel like you've just got so much within you, but there's just an energy of confusion on some level about how to possibly implement this or how to birth this. You might have been kind of tending to this egg for a while and it's not hatching. Because this egg here isn't hatching, it's just sitting there. You know, there's just that energy coming through here. But I do see on this higher timeline, you being able to utilize the energies around you, like I said, in a more constructive way that's going to be able to help this to hatch, you know, just something to come forward here. And with this direction, Guardian, choose your path, I can really see here how much guidance you really have here. You're going to have a lot more choices. A lot more choices are going to open up to you. So when you align with this highest timeline, you know, and you sit with this stillness, you become less anxious, you become more still, you become more, I'm hearing the word serene, secure, in the knowing here with this owl, in the knowing in your inner power and the ability for you to be able to co-create and manifest, because this can also be a card of manifesting as well. And you're very much co-creating with your spirit team, because this card is really reminding me of your spirit team, your guides, angels, and animals here. Animals might be something that's very important to you, because we do have a lot of animals on all of your cards. We've got an owl there, a swan, a leopard, an owl, and then we've got these animals here. And again, we've got more wings coming through here. I know there's a winged animal there. So there's like finding your wings, you know, and really setting sail with something, setting flight with something here. You're going to have a lot more paths opening up to you, a lot more options for you to choose from. And yeah, you're going to just be feeling less stuck. You're not going to be feeling trapped. So if you're feeling trapped right now, that's not always going to be the way. You do have an option to break free from that. We then also have the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Powerful. That's such a powerful card. And your final oracle card is Gaia Gateway Activation. Learning experiences, wisdom transmission, and earth intelligence. Wow. Absolutely powerful. So we can see here, this card, the initiation, always tells me that things haven't been easy for you. The path for you to get to this timeline hasn't been easy for you. You've been through a lot of darkness here, a lot of moments of shake-up, of turmoil, of unexpected shocks and shake-ups happening, because I get a lot of tower energy from this card here. But it's like all this has led you to this moment here of aligning with this highest timeline and this initiation, this breakthrough here, because we can see this beautiful archway leading out to this beautiful landscape there of colour, of vibrancy. I'm seeing water, I'm seeing purple sands. So again, the colour purple here tying with this amethyst, intuition, higher vision, higher knowing. Crossing the threshold, you're really moving on this higher timeline and leaving the darkness of the past behind you. It's almost like closing the door and just letting it go and moving into something new here. With Gaia Gateway activation, this is really telling me that you might be someone who works with Gaia or has worked strongly with Gaia in previous lives, or you might have callings to work with Gaia. If you're seeing a lot of nature symbolism, animals as well especially, that means that Gaia is calling out to you. Gaia is working with you. You have a lot of wisdom within you, a lot of experiences of learning that you have had to go through in this lifetime and in other lifetimes as well. And you're able on this higher timeline to cultivate all that. It's almost like gathering all of that wisdom, gathering all of that knowledge that you have learned and using it to help others. like using all your knowledge, your wisdom, your experiences you have built up to help others here. And again, that message of being a teacher, a leader, a guide, or that kind of energy is coming through here, which is why my guides were drawing me to the Hierophant with the number 5. Yeah, you've just got a lot of wisdom within you. It's almost like you're stepping through a gateway, a portal of some sorts, because that doorway there, and that also reminds me of a bit of a portal there. So it's like, and we can see that beautiful rainbow there, and the clouds are dispersing. There's a pathway here, there's 2 pathways here, leading you to an opening that you're being, led to, guided to. So make sure you're listening to your intuition, you're listening to your inner guidance, because your inner guidance is so powerful. So it's really important to remember that. Yeah, this has been such beautiful messages so far. Let's get into the tarot. We're going to use the Fairy Tarot today, and we're going to get some messages of guidance and how find some information on how you can shift and align with this highest timeline, with this higher timeline. Can we get some information for group number 1, please, who chose the amethyst crystal? We get some information and guidance on how they can shift and align with this higher timeline. Thank you. We have the Queen of Summer coming through, loving, comforting, emotional, and intuitive. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. Wow, absolutely beautiful. What else do we have? What other guidance do we have for group 1, please? How can they shift and align with this higher timeline? I really feel like facing your emotions, dealing with your emotions is going to be really helpful for you to be able to align. We do have the King of Summer. Oh wow, so we've got the King and Queen of Summer coming through here. Honourable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted, a romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavour. And we also have the Prince of Autumn coming through here, dependable, protective, chivalrous, humorous, cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Summer there. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of information from these cards coming through right away. With this Queen and King of Summer, really powerful duo here coming through. It's really guiding me and guiding you that, coming into balance with your emotions. I feel like this is something that you're already doing, or possibly something you've already done, but this is really helping you shift to your highest timeline here. Really facing your emotions here, because we can see it sitting right underneath this Swan card with Stillness, who's just gliding along that lake there really nicely, really smoothly. There's no tumultuous water going on here. There's no waves, no crashing of waves, nothing chaotic. And that is a message here about, really transmuting any emotions within you, facing them head on, dealing with them, purging them out is going to really help you to align with this highest timeline. Listening to your heart is really important. Listening to your intuitive insights. You can really trust the information that you are receiving within you. You might sometimes doubt the information. You might think that, it needs to come from someone else. It needs to come from a teacher. It needs to come from a mentor. But really, we all have the power within us. We all have a spirit team. We all have a higher self that we can tune in with and tap into at any point in our lives and any point in our day, so it's really important to build that connection with yourself if you haven't already. Again, with this sitting under the co-create card, co-create with yourself, your higher self, your spirit team, your soul, you know? That is going to really bring you into balance here, really open your heart space and let this beautiful light come in, here, these activations, these openings, these doorway openings, you know, keeping your heart warm no matter what it is that you have been through. So with the Prince of Autumn here, dependable, protective, chivalrous and humorous. So you're really being guided here to, you know, have a rooted energy about you. You know, keep everything you do very rooted. Make sure you are grounded. Because I feel like with these energies that are coming through for you, this power, this flight that is coming forward, it might have the ability to kind of almost knock you sideways, or kind of like take you off guard a little bit, like sweep you off your feet kind of energy. So it's really important to stay grounded, you know, energetically grounded, and making sure that you keep that connection with Gaia here, because I do feel like there's lots of spiritual elevations coming up for you on this higher timeline, you know, really awakening your third eye even more, your crown, you know, really getting a lot of energy downloaded into you. I'm now being drawn to that head there with that golden light above it. So there's a lot of third eye and crown activations. I also feel like there's a lot of heart activations as well coming through for you. So connecting with Gaia will be a great way for you to be able to consistently keep grounded, you know, because that's also really important. And also having a fun and humorous attitude towards things as well will be really helpful for you. You know, taking actions, being cautious, but also, you know, having belief that, you know, you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. You know, making sure that you put details and time into things, not being a perfectionist, like not over the top, but kind of like having a plan of an idea of where it is you want to be. And it doesn't matter if you don't have all the answers, that's okay, because you're going to be getting guidance along the way. You just need to open your heart for that guidance to come through for you. Because sometimes when we are wanting to develop our psychic gifts, our spiritual gifts, we can really sometimes focus on the higher energy centers, the higher chakras, like the third eye and the crown, and that's great, but we also need to kind of like open the heart as well. The heart center is a real important part of being spiritually in tune. So that's really important. Now on the bottom of the deck here, we do have the Five of Summer. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Okay, so you're being guided to, you know, shift away from, you know, these emotions that come up for you. And when I say shift away, I don't mean run away from them. I don't mean run away from any feelings that of worry, or, you know, that you might not be good enough, or you're scared of something. I just mean process it. Remember me saying about diving deep into your emotions and transmuting it. It's really important that you address anything that's coming up here. So if you feel scared of moving forward, if you feel scared of the responsibility that is coming through for you, you know, the power that is coming in for you, because we can ask the universe for something, we can really want something, but then when it lands at our feet or on our doorstep, or we start to move towards it, we can sometimes panic a little bit and be like, oh my gosh, wow, oh my god, can I handle this? Oh no, it's happening, it's actually happening. And then maybe have a little bit of a freak out, you know. And if that's the case for you, it's okay, you know, sit with that emotion, take a moment of stillness, connect with yourself, connect with your higher self, your spirit team, and ask, you know, how you can overcome this, how you can transmute this. And, you know, it's like, let it come and let it go kind of thing. Don't cling onto it. Don't stay there. Don't stay in that energy of fear. Because it's almost like that energy that can almost like cause paralysis in a way, you know. This fight or flight response is something that is coming through. Don't let things overwhelm you. It's completely normal to be overwhelmed when we start aligning with things that we want to have. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, but you need to know that you deserve it, you know, and you are worthy of this. especially with this Queen of and King energy coming through here. You know, you're very powerful. And like I said, you've been learning this for a long time in this lifetime and in other lifetimes as well. You know, you've been through the initiations here. You're very worthy and deserving of whatever it is that you are aligning with on this highest timeline. So don't let yourself shrink back into being small or losing your wings or not letting yourself fly. That is a really important message coming through here. And just trust that there is a reason for everything that is happening, you know. And just let it be and let it flow, and have a rough idea of action, of direction of where you want to go. But also be fluid with that, you know, trust in where you're being led, trust in where you're being guided. Remember, we did see that energy of change come through for you as well. So there might be some changes along the way, some shifts, some unexpected shifts, but it's okay to flow with it, you know, to trust in your inner knowing, to trust in your higher self, your connection with source, your connection with the divine. That is really important. But this has been such a gorgeous reading and a gorgeous message, group one. I really hope that this has brought you some guidance, some clarity for your highest timeline and how you can align with that. Please feel free to share in the comments, you know, how this has resonated with you. I always love to catch up with you. And don't forget to give this reading a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps our channel grow and get these messages out to other souls who really need to hear them. So thank you so much for that beautiful energy exchange. If you do feel called to book a personal and private reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. And don't forget to check out some of the other readings on the channel. They are also timeless, and there are loads more messages waiting there for you to discover and explore. But thank you again for tuning in today, beautiful group one. I truly appreciate you. We hope to see you in our next reading. Take care of your lovely selves. Bye. Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. If you selected this card here or this very beautiful clear quartz, this is your reading today for what does your highest timeline look like. So we will be diving deep to discover what does your highest timeline look like on your current path, and also bring through some guidance on how you can shift and align with this higher timeline as well. So we're just going to get stuck straight into this reading today for you, and I'm just going to connect with this energy that this card that you selected, Great and Full. Now this is the overall energy of this timeline that you are your highest timeline that you are hopefully wanting or will be shifting into. So this card does say Great and Full. Now I'm really getting a strong energy straight away, of course, of the Ace of Cups, and I'm also getting a message coming through of I'm hearing victory and success in something, because this chalice here, with it being gold, it's really reminding me of almost like the World Cup in a way, like the gold chalice here. Yeah, with those beautiful orange gems on them. Orange gems, very interesting. Yeah, orange linked to the sacral. So it's like passions. You know, energy of passion, excitement. Yeah, there's a buildup of energies coming up through here. Like a spiral of energies. It's almost like there's something that's going to burst forth. Something that is going to burst out. Almost like an explosion of energies here, an explosion of passion, of excitement. It's almost like an explosion that leads to a creation. So this could be something physical, a creation of something in your physical realm, in your physical like 3D, you know, something tangible. Or it could be, you know, a creation of an energy, a creation of a manifestation coming through here is something, a message that is coming through. Yeah, we can see those beautiful star energies around it. Very interesting. Now, this card, Great and Full, really talks about gratitude, basically bringing in your wishes, your manifestations, attracting abundance to you, attracting everything that you're wanting to bring through, right? So it's like on this highest timeline, you're going to be filled with a lot of gratitude, a lot of things in your reality and your energy that makes you so thankful. It makes you so grateful. It's almost like you're just going to be on this timeline of attracting things to you left, right, and center, where manifestations flow more easily for you, more effortlessly for you. It's almost like I'm seeing someone just ticking things off a list, okay? So you might be someone who writes out your manifestations or has a list of things that you want to achieve, whether that's physically a written list in a journal or a diary, or whether it's in your head, in your mind, of a list of things you want to achieve, and you're just ticking them off one by one. It's like things are going to flow more easily, more effortlessly. The Ace of Cups energy can talk about a lot new beginnings as well. So even new relationships. So on your highest timeline, you're attracting a new relationship, whether that's in the form of a friendship, a connection, or even a romantic relationship. I just heard spiritual as well. So spiritual relationship, you could be wanting to attract your soul family, for example. I just see, new connections coming through for you. And it's like connections that are aligned with you, because when you're on your highest timeline, your vibration is raised, your vibration is higher, and therefore, you attract, we basically attract the energy that we are in, right? So when you're in that energy of gratitude, of fulfillment, of being so happy, and it's almost like bowled over with amazement of all the beauty that surrounds you, and it could be just the beauty in the little things as well, because that's how it starts. You have to be able to be grateful for what you have in order to be able to attract more, and then be grateful for that, if that makes sense. So it's like the wonder that you have in the little things, the beauty around you, is going to attract more to you, and it's going to attract things on that vibration. And that includes people, relationships, connections, partners. There's just an energy of being beautified, things glowing up. Yeah. And the number 4 might be significant for you. Now, the number 4 in the tarot is the Emperor card traditionally, which can talk about structure. And that's very interesting because the number 4 can be a number of stability. So your highest timeline is something that is very stable. And we can see this cup here, it has a very stable base to it. It's not a rocky, it's not something that could be knocked over very easily. It's got what looks to be a very heavy base, keeping it upright there. So there's some sort of stability coming through for you in this highest timeline. And you could also be attracting some sort of masculine in your life as well, a masculine energy. Or this could be a timeline where you're stepping into your masculine energy more, or being able to utilize that masculine energy more, being more comfortable in that masculine energy. Yeah, beautiful. Let's put this card to one side for you and get into your other oracle cards that I have already shuffled and pulled for you off camera to save some time today. The first card you have here is openness. Wow, beautiful. You also have go the distance. And you have the traveler, move in a new direction. Gorgeous. We're just going to save these cards. We're just going to dive into this energy first and then go to the other cards. But this energy of openness is coming through here, this energy of illumination. Things being illuminated to you. I'm hearing an energy of being more connected to source, connected to spirit, the universe. An illumination and openness. It's almost like there's going to be an expansion of you, an opening of yourself. And with this being an energy of like the Ace of Cups as well, it could be like an opening of your heart space. Really letting something in here, really letting something flow. You may have been closed off in the past, or struggled with opening yourself up to other people, other energies, whatever it is, or whether it's opening up to your highest timeline, literally. But on your highest timeline, you're going to be more open. And I feel like there's an energy coming through here of being seen as well. Remember, I was getting this like glow up energy here. I feel like you're going to be on full display to others, like a beacon of light to others in some way, which is very interesting how you pick the clear quartz there. Like a white crystal, a light crystal that kind of reflects light. There's this energy coming through for you of being a light, a beacon. Like clouds will be removing any illusions. Like just washing away any illusions. Like everything's going to be on the table, basically. You're going to be able to I feel like you're going to be discovering a lot more as well. And understanding. Realizations. Very much tapped into your intuition. And with this go the distance card here, it's like you're hitting a goal of some sorts, because we can see here how this leopard or cheetah, I'm not sure exactly which one, is like running forward here to this flag. It's like the finish line flag. I feel like, you've really been pushing towards something. And this higher timeline is when you align with that. You align with that goal, and you're literally ticking other things off. You're having the agility, the energy to push through with things, to push forward, to achieve things. There's a lot of achievement coming in on your highest timeline, achieving things, awards. I'm hearing scholarships, recognition, appreciation. You might be building some sort of following as well, is what I'm hearing. Community is coming through for some reason. But it's like you're being put on some sort of platform. I'm feeling like Six of Wands energy. It's really interesting because my previous pick a card reading was about the Six of Wands energy, the victory and success. So if you haven't seen that, you might want to go and watch that reading after this, because I feel like there might be a message there for you. The number 47 might be significant for you, or the number 11. You might be seeing 1111. It's very interesting. The 1111 can be depicted sometimes on the Four of Wands, which is a card of stability, structure. Yeah, very interesting how this is all tying in together. A lot of synchronizations, a lot of synchronicities. Which isn't surprising, because at the beginning, like if you watch the intro to this whole pick a card, we noticed that correlation with the numbers, the synchronicities. There's a lot of power coming through right at the beginning. Yeah, there's just a lot of power in this reading as well. A lot of power behind you. A lot of momentum that is building up. And with this Traveler card, move in a new direction, I feel like this higher timeline is going to open up new directions for you to explore and discover. There's going to be blocks that are going to be lifted and removed out of the way for you to be able to cross the finish line with things and move on to other things. So if you've been feeling like you've been stuck, stagnant, things haven't been progressing, you've not been able to hit a goal, hit a target, it's like you're going to be able to break through that. But not only that, but you're going to be able to open up new avenues for yourself. Different avenues of exploration that I feel that you've not even thought about before, It's like a lot's going to be opened up and illuminated to you. Your path is going to be a lot more clearer. And you're going to understand where it is you're being guided to, where your soul is leading you to. For some of you, you might even be traveling geographically, to new countries. You might move house, move home, because the Four of Wands, we haven't seen that tarot card, but I am seeing it in my mind's eye. That energy is coming through strongly. You might be getting a new home, or even for some of you, selling your home and going traveling, or there's just some energy here of freedom, of movement coming through. of falling in love with things over again, of becoming more expansive and open to the possibilities that lay before you. We also have the Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. Wow. So powerful. We also have the divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God incidences. Oh my gosh. Yes, this power is really building here. Remember, I was getting that energy coming through here from this card. Something is ready. Something is building. Something is literally ready to burst forth. And this highest timeline is bringing this through for you. You're very much guided here. And these lights here that are glowing is really reminding me of the energy centers. It's almost like you're going to be in alignment with something here. Yeah, being grateful, being in a space of gratitude of your little blessings is going to open up massive blessings, like tenfold, multiplied, and then multiplied again as an energy coming through here. And it's all a divine orchestration. It's all part of the path that you have been on all of your life. You know, I feel like there's something you've been on a journey to discover with this Traveler card. You might have felt like you've been traveling and drifting throughout your life. And you're going to start to understand on your higher timeline what this all means and why things have happened the way they have. But you have been guided every step of the way. You've got a strong spirit team here. We've got the divine matrix, absolutely powerful. Activations, synchronicities, a lot of synchronicities aligning, understanding the synchronicities. So nothing is a coincidence, you know. I believe that coincidences never coincidences, that they're there for a reason, which is why this says God incidences. Everything is divinely orchestrated, everything is divinely aligned, everything is for a divine reason, you know. So take these synchronicities, explore these synchronicities. I feel like there's going to be a deeper understanding of these synchronicities. Powerful. Let's get into the tarot now. We're going to use the Fairy Tarot and get some guidance on how you can shift and align with this higher timeline. So I have just cut the deck to the King of Autumn, compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted. The King of Autumn, also known as the King of Pentacles, is very abundant, very stable, very secure. So I'm not surprised that we cut the deck to this energy here. Yeah, you're going to be more stable, more secure, feel more wealthy, feel more abundant. And we also have the Dreamer, which is also known as the Fool in the Tarot. Embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. Yeah, the Dreamer energy is an energy of exploration, you know, which ties in a lot with that Traveler card, move in a new direction. It's like on this higher timeline, you're going to be feeling a lot more free to do what you want to do and to go where you want to go. Whether that's physically in the 3D or energetically, you know, like you're going to feel lighter, more free with your energy. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a good person or company to work for. Okay. We get some guidance, please, for group number 2, the Clear Quartz group, on how they can shift and align with this higher timeline, please. Well, the Dreamer wants to come through. So we'll take it. Thank you. We have the High Priestess. Oh my gosh. Wow. Trusting your intuition. Careful reflection before taking action. Insights that come through meditation. Yeah, I mean, I can't help but be drawn to this Divine Matrix. Is such a powerful card. The High Priestess, you're really connecting here with your power. I feel like you're using a lot of things that you have built up over time here, because this high priestess is holding open this book here. I'm hearing the book of life, your book of life, also known as the Akashic Records. You know, I really see you diving deep into that. You might even get into the Akashic Records to discover your soul path, you know, where you have been and where you're heading. We get one more card, please, for some guidance for group 2. One more card. Oh, one moment. Oh, wow. We have the Empress. Oh my gosh. 3 major arcanas. And can you see the numbers 0, 2, and 3? I'm hearing you're going to find the missing piece. Was that a message that came through at the beginning? A puzzle piece? Was that for this reading? I can't remember. Like when you channel things and you do readings back to back, you can't always remember. But there's something here about a puzzle piece. Because we can see here this cheetah is like breaking away into little pieces there at the back end. And we have the number 1 missing, right? So it's almost like you might be going on a journey to discover a missing piece within yourself. And this highest timeline is aligning you with that discovery. To find that and to integrate it within yourself. Amazing. On the bottom of the deck, we have another major arcana. Like, this is absolutely powerful. Like, yeah, it's just a powerful renewal here coming through. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose. Releasing judgments of yourself and others. Wow, absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah, like I was saying about the Book of Life here, the Akashic Records is a very powerful message coming through here for you, Group 2. And it's saying that, you know, you're really going to unlock something here within your Book of Life, within your soul journey, within your life purpose. You know, you're really going to be able to understand this here. So if you've been on a journey to discover that, you're going to be basically reaching that discovery. And by trusting your intuition and being careful about the actions you take, is really going to help you here. Try not to do, because there's 2 conflicting energies here, right? The dreamer is an energy of someone who takes that leap of faith, right? You know, and might do things without thinking, you know, has a bit of like a more immature energy almost, you know, more carefree, spontaneous. And then with this high priestess, the high priestess is a more mature energy, more refined, maybe less, more insular, you know. The dreamer is very outwards and the high priestess is very inwards. So it's almost like that balance between the two. Those 2 sides of yourself, those 2 energies, bringing that into balance here with this Empress and being able to harness both of those energies and bring it into this beautiful Empress energy here. Now, the Empress embodies the energy of all 4 queens in the tarot. It doesn't matter if you identify as male, female, non-binary. This is just energy here that we are all able to embody and embrace. And this card says, time to take action. The power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Yeah, so you're definitely opening up here an energy of luxury, because we did see that King of Autumn, which is the King of Pentacles, you know, which can talk about luxury and abundance. So there is some sort of success here coming through for you. Remember me saying, you know, I was getting that 6 of Wands energy, you know, victory, success, going the distance, reaching targets, crossing a threshold, crossing the finish line. Yeah, there's going to be a success coming through here for you, but it's really going to require you to balance the emotions, not necessarily emotions, that's not the right word, balance these two energies of being spontaneous, taking quick action, quick ideas that you act on very quickly, leaps of faith, with something that's more, well, what is my intuition telling me? Is this the right thing to do? And trusting that, you know? And that might require you to just sit with yourself if you haven't already, to discover that, you know, to really harness that, because we all have the ability to do that within us. But it does take time, it does take practice to listen to ourselves and trust ourselves. Be open to the guidance that you're receiving, because you do have a big spirit team around you that are helping you here. So meditation would be really beneficial for you to help you to harness this balance and harness this power that you have, because this is such a powerful reading. You know, we've got all these major arcanas coming through, and they just wanted me to move that there. The Four of Autumn, the Four of Pentacles, manage your resources wisely, achieve a balance in how you spend and save money, help out those who are less fortunate. Okay, yeah, so by helping others, your natural helpful energy is basically going to help you align with this, okay? Your energy of gratitude, your energy of wanting to help others that you have naturally within you. Now, we don't give to receive, that's not what I'm saying here, but it's just like you naturally have that energy within you with this high priestess empress and the dreamer. It's like that energy of giving, and it's like balancing that giving and not over giving. So balancing your giving to others and your giving to yourself as well, whether that's tangibly or whether it's energetically, right? So there's a lot of energies coming through here of balance that is really going to help you to align with this highest timeline here. But there are successes on this timeline, reaching goals, you know, awards. I'm hearing gratification. Yeah, and you're going to be taking actions here that are going to open up new directions for you. Everything is divinely orchestrated. You are divinely guided. So really remember that. You have a lot of helpers in the ethereal realms that are helping you. Everything is interconnected. So remember to listen and watch out for the synchronicities, you know, and listen to your intuition with what these synchronicities are saying to you. But this has been such a powerful reading, group number 2. Thank you for so much for tuning in today. I really hope that this has brought you some guidance and clarity for what does your highest timeline look like, and I hope that, you know, you've had some answers here and some confirmations. Please feel free to comment how this has resonated for you. I truly love to catch up with you, and I just want to say a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your energy exchanges via your likes, your comments, your subscribes, your super thanks donations, booking personal readings with me. They are so appreciated, and yeah, I truly appreciate you, so thank you so much. Don't forget to check out some of the other readings on our channel. There are so many more messages waiting there for you to explore, and they are all timeless as well, so win-win. And if you do feel called to book a personal and private reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. But thank you so much again, group 2. We hope to see you in our next reading. Bye. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. If you selected this card here or this gorgeous smoky quartz, this is your reading today for what does your highest timeline look like. So we will be diving deep to discover what does your highest timeline look like on the path that you are currently on, and we will also be bringing through some guidance on how you can shift and align with this higher timeline as well towards the second part of your reading. But we're just going to get straight into your reading today and tap into the energy of this card here, Beautiful Uncaging. And this is the overall energy of this highest timeline, that what does it look like to you. So we're just going to tap into this energy now and see what wants to come through for you. The number 14 might be significant for you, or the number 5. I'm really getting straight away here, very powerful energy coming through here, and I feel a massive energy of release, of transmutation. I feel like you're definitely unlocking something here, because we can see that heart has a keyhole and also a key key. So it's not just the keyhole on its own, there's also a gold key within that keyhole. So this tells me that you're finding the key to something and you're unlocking something major within your life, within yourself, within your soul, within your spirit, is a message that is coming through. And it's really going to align you with something that is incredibly beautiful, incredibly powerful, and incredibly transformational, is a message that is coming through here. I just see a lot of energy swarming you, a lot of energy of possibilities and opportunities that are opening up for you. I feel like you're releasing things that have hurt you with the past with this big heart here. Anything that has hurt you, disappointed you, saddened you, damaged your heart in any way, damaged your emotions, possibly caused you to be a bit caged, a bit hidden, a bit locked away. You might have literally put a lock and key on your own heart and locked it and thrown away the key. That's like an analogy that is coming through here. So whatever it is, it's going to be different for everyone, whether that was a relationship that harmed you or hurt you. It could even be a friendship, because I feel like it's so under or overlooked, like how much hurt and pain can come from friendships, and it could even be something that's just happened to you, an experience that you've had that has really kind of put a cage on your heart, wanting to lock away your emotions. But I see you coming together with that, embracing those, transmuting those emotions, and it's like opening up that door, opening up that lock, and letting yourself expand. Because when you do this, you are literally going to uncage a huge part of you, a huge part of your soul. I feel like whatever it was that you locked away, whatever it was that you literally, it's almost like I see someone going into a cave, and it's almost like whatever that was that you put on the shelf or locked away in a cupboard, it was holding you back in some way. It was holding a true essence, a beautiful essence of yourself, and stopping you from reaching something, your full potential, or stopping you from achieving something or hitting something that you are supposed to do in this life. Whether that's a relationship, being with a certain person, a soul person, a soulmate, a soul connection, or whether it's like a part of your soul that wants to come out creatively, whatever this is, it's going to be different for everyone. But this highest timeline is unlocking that and opening something magical and magnificent and beautiful and very powerful up for you, which is absolutely amazing. So let's just pop that to one side, and we're just going to get into your oracle cards now. And I have already shuffled and pulled off camera just to save some time today, and then we'll get into the tarot to bring through some guidance on how you can shift. But your first card says wisdom. Absolutely gorgeous there. So in the energy of deep diving here, we have time to go, and we have protection guardian, drop your shields. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, massively. You've been on a deep dive, group 3. You really have. You've been on a deep dive. You've really dive to the depths, I'm hearing, of something, of your emotions. I'm really being drawn more so to your emotions, because this figure here is deep diving into the ocean. We can see all those beautiful fishes there and all the coral. So you've really got to the bed of the water, the bed of the sea here, and it's almost like diving deep to find your true self, diving deep to try to find your true wisdom, your true beauty, your true uniqueness. And it's almost like you're diving deep and you're grabbing them and you're pulling it back up to the surface, and that is what's needed here. You're supposed to bring something back out that you might have buried deep within you, and on this highest timeline you're doing that, okay? And it's enabling you to release something here and walk away from something. With this time to go, you're crossing the bridge from one aspect of your life, leaving it in the past and moving towards a new area of your life here. And we can see in this card it's quite misty, it's quite foggy, but on the end of that runway, that pathway there, that bridge, there's a doorway, and you're heading right towards that doorway. And you're opening something, unlocking something here, literally shifting your destiny is a message here, because I feel like you were keeping like I said at the beginning, tapping into this energy, whatever it was that you were locking up was hindering you. It was holding you back from your soul purpose, your life purpose, your soul mission. And you're realizing that now, and it might have been painful for you to get to that realization. It might have been very difficult. I actually feel like it has been very difficult, things like this are not easy, and that's why a lot of people try to avoid it as much as they can and don't want to face it. And unfortunately, that can leave them stuck. And for some people, it can leave them stuck for their whole life. And I'm sure you probably know people around you that are like that just don't want to progress. And that's okay. No judgment here. We all have our own journeys, and each to their own, and we should respect people's wishes and people's choices in life. But I feel like you have a deeper knowing that you're meant for more, and that you need to open back up, and you need to overcome this, and you will overcome this. You are overcoming this, and you have overcome this. You have already overcome a lot, because our timelines are already running simultaneously. So if you feel like you've not overcome something right now, you still feel stuck with something, you still feel hurt, you still feel like you've not let yourself out of a cage here, there is a timeline where you have overcome that, and there are infinite timelines with all different possibilities. So this highest timeline is a timeline where you have overcome that. You have unlocked yourself again. You have uncaged yourself in a beautiful way and let the world see your light again, see your beauty again. That is a strong message that is coming through. You are very unique, Group 3. You are very powerful, very wise, and the universe and this world needs your wisdom. It needs your expertise, I'm hearing. You're really dropping your shields here. I feel like something has really caused you to put up your boundaries, put up shields. But it's like you've been protected along the way anyway. You have a powerful protective guardian around you that has been protecting you. So you're being guided now to drop your shields. You don't need to have as many shields as you have up. Obviously, we all need boundaries. We need to withhold boundaries, but not to the extent where we close off completely, because that is going to hold us back. So you're being guided to drop those shields. And on this highest timeline, you're going to feel more comfortable to be able to do that. You're going to feel more protected from outside energies, your spirit team, angels, guides who are protecting you, and you're going to understand that, and you're going to feel more confident and comfortable in that. We then have Thoth light codes, light initiation, great teacher awakening, and divine magic. Absolutely gorgeous. Very powerful. Very powerful energy to be coming through here. We also have leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Wow. Yeah, I feel like there's an energy of lightheartedness, fun, enjoyment that is coming through here, like a bursting of just like energy, passion, creativity, whatever this is that has hurt you in the past. It may have stunted your creativity in some way. I feel like you're a very creative person, very creative soul. And I see you really diving into your creativity, really tapping into the energy. I feel like you've got a very much like an energy of needing to be free as well. And, that is what's made this previous journey quite uncomfortable for you, because you've caged something away, you've locked something away, you've locked a huge part of yourself away, and on an energetic level that will have been very uncomfortable for you, which might have put blockages on manifestations, might have put like roadblocks after roadblocks, things not working out in your way, feeling anxious, feeling dissatisfied, and it's because you're not being you're not being your true self, basically, is a message that is coming through here. You're not being your free self. You're supposed to be free. You're supposed to fly free. You're supposed to take leaps of faith. You're supposed to tap into your inner knowledge, your inner wisdom, and let yourself move with the energies of where you are being called to, knowing that you are always protected, divinely protected, I'm being told. There's initiation that you have been through, that is bringing you out into the light in some way. You know, it does say great teacher here, great teacher awakening, and we have wisdom. You know, you have a lot of wisdom to share here, a lot of lessons that you can share with others that will help to inspire them, that will help to heal them as well, help to guide them, direct them. Your highest timeline, you might be some sort of teacher, some sort of mentor, some sort of guide, but you're supposed to share your story here. There's a divine magic that's working with you, a divine protection. There's a lot of divinity around you. And I feel like you've probably been getting a lot of signs, synchronicities, leading you in certain directions, asking you to come out of your shell, you know, let yourself break free in a way. The number 45 might be significant for you, or the number 9. Now, the number 9 talks about the Hermit card, which is very interesting because that's the energy I was picking up. Almost like going into a cave, going within yourself. It can talk about introspection, looking for answers within. It can talk about reflection and meditation. So I feel like you've done a lot of that work, and that has unlocked a lot of wisdom within you and a lot of insights into what it is that you truly want in life and who it is that you want in your life and what energies you want around you and what energies you don't want around you. And, you know, this highest timeline is aligning you with that. It's putting you on that pathway. You know, you're moving away from something here. Really shifting polarities, I'm hearing. Let's get into the tarot. We're going to use the Fairy Tarot today to bring through some guidance on how you can shift and align with this highest timeline. So I have just cut the deck to the Empress and Life Experience, two very powerful major arcanas coming through here for you. Time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Yeah, the power in your creativity. There's power, immense power in your creativity, group 3. I feel like that is the key to a lot of your success and abundance. Really being creative. You know, I feel like working on your sacral and your solar plexus would be really beneficial and helpful for you on this highest timeline and to align with this highest timeline. We have life experience. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. Exactly. This is the energy that I've been, you know, receiving in your reading. The life experience card is also known as the Tower card. People can be scared to see the Tower card, but for you, this is very important. This is very powerful and it's very positive. It's like you've had shakeups, and you know, it might have caused you to withdraw in some area of your life, but this next shakeup is going to literally unlock a lot of things for you. It's going to cause you to like explode in a way, not physically obviously, but energetically. There's just a lot of things that are exploding and expanding for you in your life, in your reality, and it's asking you to let go of things that don't serve you, that are not for your highest good. Time to go, time to walk away. Move away from things that make you feel like you have to protect yourself, overly protect yourself. You know, you might be around relationships or connections that make you feel on guard, like you're walking on eggshells almost. And it's like, it's time to go now. It's time to walk on from that, because that is holding you back from your highest potential, from your highest timeline here, to be able to achieve great things. Can we get some guidance, please, for group number 3, those who chose the Smoky Quartz, on how they can shift and align with this higher timeline, please? Thank you. Okay, we did have a card flip over. Wow, we have the Ace of Summer coming through there. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship, or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, very powerful. Let's get some more cards and then we'll dive deep into those messages. Thank you. We have the 7 of Autumn. What else do we have? One more card, please. One more card. Thank you. We have the High Priestess coming through for you. Beautiful. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Winter. Knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, and unemotional. Interesting. Okay, so with this Ace of Summer here, you know, this card does talk about opening your heart to love. So the guidance coming through on how you can shift and align with this higher timeline is literally uncaging your heart here. You know, it's kind of like you have to unlock yourself part way for you to be able to get onto this timeline where you fully uncage. So you need to open up somewhat to these energies. You need to let your heart open again, because there's a new beginning that is coming through for you when it comes to love, when it comes to connections. This could be a romantic connection. It could also be a friendship as well, a deep friendship, a deep connection, a soul connection. Or the healing and rebirth of a current connection as well. That is definitely possible here. There's also an awakening here of psychic abilities and spiritual epiphanies. So we've also got the High Priestess, trust your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. So we've got two very spiritual cards here coming through to you. Both of them talk about intuition, psychic gifts, psychic insights. So you could actually be aligning with some sort of spiritual leadership role here, because we do have the Great Teacher Awakening. So some of you might want to be spiritual teachers, or I'm hearing someone saying, I don't want to be. It's like you don't want to be, but you're being guided, right? I can relate to that personally. And it's like you're being guided to that. And it's like opening up that possibility, that realization that, okay, maybe this is my purpose. And it's almost like I feel you going through that epiphany almost, that realization of what this guidance has been telling you. And it's almost like this surrendering to your purpose is a message that is coming through here. This card, the Seven of Autumn, talks about having patience and don't worry, take time to rest and plan your next steps, a prudent investment of time or money. So you're really being encouraged to keep pushing forward with something here, keep tending to your crops metaphorically, you know, keep watering the seeds that you have planted. There's something very much blooming here. We can see this fairy sitting on all of those fully grown pumpkins there. Yeah, that there's something you have been tending to that is very much growing, and it's going to be a time for you to be able to harvest whatever it is that you've been growing, okay? So in order to get to that highest timeline, you're really being called to have patience, and stop worrying, okay? Just let it go, let it release, trust in your inner knowing here, that you know that you are going to achieve something here, but you might keep doubting it, you know, you might keep backpedaling in some way. Take some time to rest and plan your next steps, because we've got a card here that says take time to rest and plan your next steps. And this says careful reflection before taking action. So there's a real strong energy here of planning that is going to be very helpful for you to align to this higher timeline. You know, really plan out, what do you want your future to look like? What do you want this highest timeline to look like? Where do you want to be? What do you want to have achieved? What do you want to have around you? Who do you want to have around you? You know? With this King of Winter on the bottom of the deck here, knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, and unemotional. Get advice from someone professional and objective. Public speaking, unemotional relationships. So it might be time to move away from relationships and connections that are not serving you on an emotional level. If you are in a relationship or even a friendship, or you might be trying to rely on a family member who is just not giving to you emotionally, and you might be trying and trying and trying, and it's like beating a dead horse is an analogy that has come, a phrase that is coming through here, and you're just not getting anywhere with them because, you know, for whatever reason, they are closed off emotionally as well. but it's like you can't uncage someone else. You can only uncage yourself. They have to do the work, and if they're not doing the inner work, then that's up to them, you know. And it's like you might have to it might be time to go, time to walk away, time to release, because I feel like you might be wasting your energy on things, situation, or people that are just not at the right time to change, or the right time to grow or expand. There's something here, you know, about you stepping up to be some sort of teacher, because we have great teacher awakening and public speaking. So I do feel like there's a story for you to tell here, that you're being guided to do, and I feel like you're stepping into this on your highest timeline, actually. And it's being open to that, you know, and knowing that you are protected. You might need to work on dropping some shields here for you to be able to do that. It could be around confidence, possibly, or the feeling like you won't be well received. But you're being guided spiritually, on a spiritual level, and you need to know that, you know, you will be well received. There are people who want to hear your stories, people who want to hear what you have to say. You also might want to seek some spiritual guidance yourself, or even if it's not spiritual, just advice for whatever it is that you're wanting to, whatever journey you're wanting to go on, whatever direction you're wanting to go in. You might want to get some advice from someone who has already been through that situation, or is already doing that, whether it's a job, a career, whatever it is. There's something about getting advice from someone who is very wise, very knowledgeable, and experienced, and also fair-minded as well. Being fair-minded and well-balanced is something that is really going to help you to align with this highest timeline, being balanced and being fair with yourself. Remember to trust your intuition along the way. Trust the guidance that you are receiving, because that's going to be really important and really helpful for you. To be able to align with this highest timeline. But yeah, this has been such a gorgeous reading. I'm so excited for you, Group 3. I really hope that this has brought you some helpful guidance for what does your highest timeline look like, and how you can align with that as well. So please feel free to explain in the comments how this has resonated for you, if you feel called to do so. I always love to catch up with you. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all of your energy exchanges via your likes, your comments, and your subscribes, and your super thanks donations. I always appreciate it when you give back to me energetically. It really helps me and to encourage me to keep going and keep bringing these readings out for you. And it also helps our channel to grow and to get these messages out to other souls who need to hear these messages. So thank you so much if you take that extra step to support me. I really truly appreciate you. If you do feel called to book a personal and private reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box. And don't forget to check out some of the other readings on our channel. They are completely timeless and free, and there are so many more messages there for you to explore. So thank you again for tuning in. We hope to see you in our next reading. Take care of your lovely selves. Bye.